got it good.
Cool.
All right, my name is Elijah, and with me I have
Devin, it's your boy.
Jaboygan.
Yeah, welcome to our podcast. If you're listening, cool. If you're not, you're sleeping. I mean, because you ain't got nothing better to do.
Doing anything else other than listening to this?
Which, you should be listening to this.
I don't blame you. I won't listen to this, but that's because I'm living
You
this.
know, I probably won't either. It's going to go out there on the internet and just get lost. No one's ever going to hear it. People kept asking me like, oh, what if, I was like, yo, I want to do this thing. I want to do this podcast, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, what if, it goes somewhere? And I'm like, okay.
It won't.
Okay.
So why do you want to do this podcast, I guess? Like, what made you want to do a podcast? I know I'm going off script, but...
No, it's okay. I just think, I don't know. I've been on my podcast kick lately.
Okay. Who do you listen to?
Just been riding out the vibes. Shout out to Frick Frack, the Frick Frack podcast. I've been listening to those guys like crazy lately. Elijah thinks, some of the stuff they do is just like not crazy funny, but...
I think all the stuff they do is funny. I just cringe because I know exactly who they're talking about. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's a real person. Every single one of them. And it hurts. It hurts a lot because I'm like, these people don't realize that they are who they are. And sometimes it just hurts too much to watch it, So
they talk about that PK life, dude.
They talk about the PK life and the homeschooled life, which the homeschooled life hurts a bit more than the PK life. Because the PK life, I feel like can vary from person to person. But the homeschooled life, from what I've seen, each person's the exact same.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't homeschooled personally, but one of the guys in the podcast mentioned that he wasn't either, but we all know those kids. We all know the homeschool kids. And so the stuff they joke about, the stuff they, poke fun at, and it's just, I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, I agree.
Shout out to the Frick Frack podcast. I also listen to like Craig Rochelle, whatever, just because I'm trying to be a leader.
Never heard of Craig Rochelle, but I'm not trying to be a leader.
Craig Grocery.
Get thrown into positions to lead stuff somehow.
Yeah, you get voluntold, don't you? Welcome to church, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to church. Can I get an amen?
Ooh,
hallelujah.
Praise the Lord. Yeah, no, so listen to those guys. I don't know. I've just been on my podcast kick, and I was like, why not? I got the technology. We got all the stuff we need. So hopefully within the next coming episodes, we'll have a few guests.
The world needs another podcast about people talking about stuff they don't know anything about. So,
yep, we're in it to win it. We know everything. We know everything we need to know because we know nothing.
That's really what you need to know.
Pretty much. I don't know what I'm doing, and this is the show that I coined the phrase. This is the show where we talk about nothing interesting, and no one's going to listen to it.
That's our branding. That's our brand.
Marketing.
We're making shirts.
Business.
I'll have them by next week.
Stickers. If you want any merch from this podcast, call me.
It's going to be like $30 a shirt, though. So
try 40. I'm a businessman. I have to make a profit off of these things. I have to. I need to make a living. I got bills to pay. Okay. Clearly, work ain't doing it for me.
It ain't. So, I know you're a bit of a ladies' man, Devin. Some would say. You would say. Probably just
Some
you.
Would say.
Maybe your mom. I don't know.
My mom loved me. I just have to point that out there. Okay.
I think that's her job to love her children,
You'd think. But the world is full of surprises. Yeah, I would qualify myself as ladies' man. Just been here and there.
You gonna go anywhere with that, or?
Well, I have a lot of really good breakup stories. If you want me to kind of dive into that.
All right.
Well, maybe not a lot, but a couple of good.
What's
ones.
the worst one? I guess, like on both parties.
Let's see. Well, I've been broken up. I've been.
How was the worst way you were broken up with? Like, how'd you get dumped?
Oh, okay. I don't think I told you this, but one time I was actually at youth group,
Yeah.
and out of the blue, my girlfriend at the time was just hitting on all the other dudes at youth group.
At youth group,
Yeah, and right in
flirt
front
to
of me,
convert.
right in front of me, I mean, bless her heart, she was trying to convert them boys, but she was trying to convert all them boys. Okay, so I was like, whatever, like, it's cool. She's like, whatever, and then she pulls me downstairs. Like we go, because to get to my youth group, you have to like walk upstairs, open the door,
Yeah.
and blah. She pulls me downstairs, and she's like, hey, so I don't think we're working out too well. And I was like, oh man,
Did you see any lead up coming to this besides her flirting with everyone else, or
nope.
no?
It completely blindsided. It was like I was just driving in my lane
Yeah.
on a country road, and I just got sideswiped by a
Country
deer,
roads will take you home.
or take you to hell. Just kidding.
Well,
No, so she just like straight dumped me out of nowhere, and then to make matters worse, we go back upstairs, and I play it cool,
yeah.
put
yeah,
my
yeah.
put my face on, and she continues to flirt with dudes the rest of the night, and then
At least she was consistent with it.
I mean,
she flirted when she was dating you.
she had commitment.
Flirted whenever she broke up with you. So, like, you
Mm.
can't blame her for that, right?
True.
Consistency is key.
Consistency, and she was also a compulsive liar, so there's that. So she broke up with me. We went back upstairs.
So you're saying if she didn't go youth group, you guys would be married right now, is what I'm hearing.
Yes. No, I would have dumped her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This high school relationships, pointless.
Yeah, definitely.
Pointless. It's like Camp Love.
Yeah. Ja Phil.
Camp Love is just useless. You know about that, right?
Yeah. Just a bit. Bit here and there.
Care to explain?
I don't. I plead the fifth.
Fair enough. So the best way I think I broke up with a girl was
Yeah.
there was one girl I was dating who just constantly complained all the time. Now, mind you, I was in high school. I was about a junior, and I was just done.
How long were you dating her?
A month.
That's it? And you were done. It only
I was-
took you a month to get done.
I was done, bro. I was
It
like,
wasn't-
this lady just ain't working out. I'm just like not down. Okay, so one day she's going out and she's doing what she loves, which is like riding bikes or whatever. And she's just like messaging me all day about complaints.
Yeah.
She's complaining to me all day long. And as a boyfriend, you're supposed to be there for her. You're supposed to do, I think, supposed to do all these different things for, supposed to be there for your woman emotionally.
Most girls just want you to listen, I guess, is what I'm told.
Yeah, same. That's just what I'm told too. But, meh. But anyways, this girl, I was like, nah, I don't want to listen to you. So over text message one night, I was with my whole family. I was having a good time. She was just killing my vibe. And I was like, I texted her and I was like, you have stupid problems. I'm breaking up with you. Over text message.
I feel like the over text message is kind of what makes it worse. Because, like,
Oh, by far.
if you do it in person, like you have to see the person, but like hopefully you're able to like kind of just be like, all right, cool, we're leaving now, or so it's not like I'm gonna stick around and hang out. Over text message, I feel like it's just like, oh man, I don't care about you enough to tell you in person, call you over the phone. Because I get sometimes long distance or whatever, so just over text message, you're just like, oh man, nah, I'm gonna just,
Push you to the side.
yeah.
Mind you, this was high school me. Different me. But
Wait, here's the real thing is, did you have any classes with her?
no, because she was 2 grades below me. Swag.
So you didn't have to
Gang.
deal with that. So that's kind of nice, I guess.
Yeah, in theory. But at the end of the day, I was a ginormous jerk.
Yeah. I mean, we all could have told you that.
I could have told me that, and I was being the dumb one.
Yeah.
But that's the truth. That's actually what happened. I was like, no, I'm good.
Like, nah, you're annoying. Peace.
Mm-hmm.
I'm breaking up. Wait, did you break up with her by telling her her problems are annoying?
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
In the same text, I said, You have stupid problems to the T. I'm breaking up with you. And I mean, she sent me an essay.
Yeah.
I didn't read it.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm betting you probably didn't even respond after the essay.
Oh,
You're
dude.
just like, meh, I'll get back to it later, and never did.
I'm definitely digging myself a hole here,
I know.
but it's okay.
Digging the hole, jumping in, pouring the dirt on yourself.
I mean, people who know me now know that I wouldn't do that. Like, at least I would hope.
Yeah.
I would hope they wouldn't
We
know.
would all hope that as a grown person, you wouldn't. I don't know. I feel like high school, it's kind of like, all right, everyone's trash in high school, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not like you're going to find someone super quality because everyone doesn't really know who they are yet.
Yeah.
At least I
mean,
don't think so.
I don't know. I know a few people who got married like straight after high school, and
Same.
they seem like they're quality. It was a quality relationship, but still, I don't know. It just doesn't seem.
Yeah. I just don't know the ins and outs of that relationship of said people. But you have an
Yeah.
interesting philosophy, though.
Philosophy. I wouldn't call it a philosophy.
I'm definitely flipping the script, changing the subject, but you have this philosophy about getting ghosted.
Okay, so here's I wouldn't call it a philosophy, but the two different types of being ghosted.
So theology,
So
ways of thinking.
it's schematics.
Okay.
All right, so the two different types of getting ghosted, I guess, as we would call it, as we would say it, as we would
Live it.
live it. There we go. Is just, getting straight ghosted. You're texting someone and then they just never respond. So what you do is you like maybe give it a week or a day,
Okay.
a few hours even. Just
Fair
depends on how long you've been talking to them. Maybe you just met them earlier that day, been texting them. They're texting back and forth,
It's a
they
good
don't
day.
respond. And so you'd be like, all right, I'll give it an hour, give it a day, whatever.
Fair enough.
They don't respond. Maybe you send another thing of like, hey, da-da-da, or send them a link of a meme or, you just keep the conversation trying to go.
Sure.
They don't respond. Give it a week. They don't respond. And you're like, I've been ghosted. It happens. We've all done it.
Cries.
We've all been ghosted, And then there's being Caspered. And being Caspered is like, who was Casper? The friendly ghost.
Quote unquote friendly.
I mean, he was a friendly ghost. So,
In the movie, yeah.
yeah.
Sure.
And even in the situation of when you get Caspered, it's a friendly ghost situation. So, you're talking to someone and then, like, they just don't respond. You give it a week or a day, week, month, whatever, don't respond. And you're like, all right, nothing's going to happen of this. But they still will either A, respond to you later on in life, just a year, month, whatever. Just no longer with that,
Sounds so sad.
I guess,
The passion, maybe.
yeah, the intent of dating behind it. And then they also will still always view your Instagram story, Snapchat story, whatever you use. Always will be the first ones to view it, usually. And then always be the ones to like your post and comment. That's what getting Caspered is. So you're still in communication with the person. It's still friendly. But
she's still in your life, but it's an obvious hard no.
yeah. And so, yeah, I'd say, yeah, it's obvious hard no. Still in your life, but like,
But she won't tell you. Said person won't tell you.
but I guess anytime they've interacted with you after that point, it's never we should kind of try and date. It's always just a, hey, what are you up to kind of thing, So those are the two different types of being ghosted. The more you know.
That's fair. If we were recording this, it would flash that logo. The more you know. Yeah, no, I remember you had told me that a long time ago, and I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think it just gives it a good name because I feel like I've been Caspered more than ghosted in the most part, and I've Caspered people more than actually ghosting. Like, I don't come off completely because I guess that's more what, like, getting ghosted implies is you cut them off completely.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, I delete them from Facebook, from Instagram, whatever, or never even followed them to begin with. So, I don't know. I think it's partially just because I have a bad tendency of never burning bridges. I don't know if
Right.
it's a good thing or not, but I just never do. So
No, I think it's good to not burn bridges. I mean,
you definitely burned a bridge in your
yeah.
dating
Mhm.
relationship in high school, which
Yeah. Although the girl that broke up with me in youth group,
yeah.
I actually like hung out with her 2 years ago over New Year's Eve.
Oh,
She was throwing a fat party, and I was invited, and it was all good. And like, she was like, her and I were like homies,
yeah.
which was cool. I mean, mind you, she was with somebody else, which was cool. So she was all happy and content, whatever. But yeah, coming to her party was like cool house. I think her parents showed up and like they were cool with me, and
But was the guy she was hanging out, was she one of the guys she was flirting with at the youth group, or
probably, probably. But they live with each other.
yeah.
So,
they're
you know,
grown, whatever.
They're
Yeah.
like their own thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like her. I think the girl I told that she had stupid problems. I definitely burned that bridge. Haven't spoke to her since.
But on that note of that, I think every girl I've like dated or tried to date, every one of them that like I'm still talking to or communicating with, I'm still friends with, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think to me, some of them I'm like, oh, I'm closer friends with them now after trying to date them than I was before. And so I think it was probably getting that like awkward tension in the room.
Like
kind of-
shaking off the awkwardness of the relationship.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so I think that like kind of once I was gone, I was like, oh, we're homies.
Right.
You know, we both kind of are like, all right, I know you don't want to date me. And then now I'm like, I don't really want to date you. But,
Yeah, that's fair.
you know, so it's just kind of one of those things of like, I get it. And just roll with the punches of
Mhm.
life. Yeah.
There's nothing like behind the curtains anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think so.
Mm.
Unless they're behind their curtains.
Could be.
Could be.
Casper the Friendly Ghost.
I'm.
Very, very clean intentions,
I
but he
think-
was a ghost.
I think we're mixing metaphors here now.
I know. Yeah, I definitely think we are too. There was one time, side note, there was one time I broke up with, okay, so hopefully, yeah, you know Good Charlotte.
Yeah.
So the song, The Little Things,
Yeah.
there's one lyric in that song where it's a lyric right before they go into the second chorus, I think, the second chorus, where it's like, that girl broke up with me because I wasn't cool enough.
Yeah.
Trick thing, like that part.
Yeah.
I literally have done the very same thing. I broke up with a girl because I legit thought I was cool.
I feel like that makes you less cool of a person.
100%.
You know, like,
but keep in mind, this was 8th grade, so even lower than high school.
oh gosh. So already any 8th grader isn't cool. Even if
Never.
they think they're cool, they're still at like a -5.
Well, here's the thing: the group I was hanging out with, there
Yeah.
was one dude who, right before school started, went on the playground, the basketball courts, peed right in the middle of the courts, and that was pretty cool. Like, I remember like thinking like, wow, that dude's cool.
I feel like your bar for coolness is kind of skewed,
Hey.
kind of weird. You know?
I mean, people in my town, they thought being country was cool. Did they own a ranch? No. Did they have a huge truck? No. Everyone was broke.
Yeah.
But if you'd like dipped and you wore the hats with like, the fish hook on it
Wore
and
the
camo,
cowboy boots.
yeah,
Yeah.
like you were cool.
I know a few of those kids from my high school as well.
I just couldn't vibe with that, man.
I mean,
Couldn't do it.
I just kind of hung out with anyone in high school. I kind of got along with just about everyone.
Mm.
There was like a few kids that like annoyed me, but even still I'd put up with them. But yeah,
That's fair.
so.
What group did you think you fit in then with like in high school? Because I know high school is very cliquey, which it's supposed to be.
So,
you know?
like, my group we were like the good kids, I guess. Of like, we were kind of popular, but also, like, one of my friends, her parents were pastors. Another friend, her parents were doctors.
Nice.
And then there was me with my parents being doctors. Or not doctors, pastors.
Mm-hmm.
Just got too mixed up. But yeah. So like we were kind of the good kids. And so no one ever invited us to like big parties. I think there was like 2 that I got invited to, like actual parties, and yeah, until after high school, which yeah, it's kind of weird. But I think everyone was afraid that if I went to a party, I would just like send them all to hell. So their theology wasn't there, but you know,
Yes, that's funny.
yeah.
Like inviting the Christian kid to a party.
Well, here's the thing:
Like
is
telling everybody.
most of the people that went to the parties were Christian already or Catholic, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know why. For some reason, they didn't want to invite our group of friends to those kind of parties because I think most of them either knew our parents or like, you know, that kind of stuff. So it was hard to have the good kids
Mm-hmm.
at one of those parties when they're like, oh no, they're going to tell their parents and their dad's a pastor. So I'll go straight to hell for
He knows the whole town.
Yeah, I don't know. So it was a small town, so everyone knew everyone as well,
Sure.
which always kind of sucks. But
Yeah. See, I grew up in that as well, a small town where everyone knows everybody, but I kind of liked it. You know, because mind you, I liked attention. I really did. I mean, part of me still kind of does, but
wait, attention or the tension?
attention.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. So at youth group, I was that loud kid who did dumb things just to get noticed.
Yeah, I'm
You know
gonna
what I
say I remember you from like
Yeah.
church camps.
Yeah.
And
Camp.
you were always
Mhm.
like trying to be center of attention as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
It worked a lot. But now I've calmed down a little bit. Hopefully.
Yeah, definitely.
I still have a lot of energy, but I guess it gets used in different ways.
Yeah,
But no, I don't know. I've always kind of liked that. But yeah, no, church camp was a different story.
yeah.
Church camp was its own thing, man. Do you remember? So one night I'm pretty sure you were there because you went to church camp ever since you came out the womb.
Yeah,
So-
basically.
There was one night at the boys' cabin
The
where
boys.
we stayed up. I don't even know how late we stayed up because none of us had our phones.
Yeah.
But we all were telling Yo Mama jokes.
Was this when I remember one year they put like a divider between the 2 rooms? And so was this one of those years where there was a divider or was it just a whole open cabin?
Whole open cabin.
Okay, yeah.
And we were all it was like super late at night, quote unquote, super late at night.
Yeah.
And pitch black dark, all of us just telling Yo Mama jokes. Do you remember that?
Yeah. I remember like there was one kid that kept doing Yo Mama jokes, but they weren't like insulting. They were just kind of like there of just like,
Like anti Yo Mama jokes?
yeah, almost of like, Yo Mama's so nice. She baked me a cake. And we were like,
Oh,
what?
roasted.
Yeah, we just get hyped about it. But like,
Yeah.
you know, we're just like, oh man, that's like so dumb. It's hilarious at 2
Yeah.
o'clock in the morning. You know?
I remember one guy, and it was the joke of the evening for sure. Like
Yeah.
top tier apex joke. The guy goes, "Oh, Yo Mama's so fat that when she jumped into a pool of water, a large amount of water came out." And we all just lost it, man. Like, because we were all telling Yo Mama jokes about, you know, fat, ugly, all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But all those things that dudes do.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the fact that he tells that one was just so lame that it was the best,
Yeah.
easily. I remember that so clearly in my mind. Like the laughter went on for a solid half hour.
I think he was probably the same one doing like the ones that weren't actually like disses. It was just like kind of weird compliments of like,
Yeah.
yeah. And then he just like was like, this one will kill.
Yo Mama's so nice.
Yeah.
That was a good night, man. Camps, I will forever miss camp. Being a camper. But even being on staff is pretty good, though,
I
too.
think being staff was always more fun because you kind of got to stay up till like 4 a.m.
True.
and then you had to wake up at 6 a.m.
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
You got that holy hangover after you're done. Unless
Yeah.
that's what Sean called it.
I mean, I feel that. Holy hangover. It makes sense. Yeah. I don't know. It was just to me more fun to like kind of schedule all that stuff out,
Right.
figure out how to do stuff or like trying to plan stuff super early in the morning or like playing board games
Mm-hmm.
with everyone that you've been hanging out with for like 2 weeks. So I don't know.
True.
That was more fun for me than being like, all right, we're on a strict schedule to wake up. We have to eat at this time. We have to go here, you know.
Right.
So I don't know. I enjoyed being a camper, but I think the like freedoms of being a staff person was always more fun.
Mm-hmm. You'd like take the golf cart and drive it through like a big pile of mud, kind of get the whole thing dirty. Or like, remember one year when we were on staff, I specifically remember my brother, me, and then like Sean's wife was
Oh yeah.
the camp director, which
Yeah.
shout out to Sean. It was the best, man. The best. We stayed up till like,
Weren't you on the worship team or something? That's why you were like helping out.
I don't remember.
Because I think Justin was leading worship, and he had like the Bayfield kids play on the worship team.
It could have been. I'm not really 100% positive.
Okay, maybe I'm getting my years mixed up.
They all kind of blend together after a while.
Yeah.
Like, I can't remember what happened in what year. I just remember specific memories of different years.
Yeah.
But and we'd stay up till like 3 or 4 in the morning making like beatbox videos. And I remember one night, one of their daughters was drinking this big 2-liter bottle of like Fanta or something, and someone knocked it out of her hands, and it got all over her clothes. She dumped almost half that bottle all over herself.
Yeah.
It was the funniest thing, dude. I'll never forget it because we were being way too loud in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And we were all just laughing and having a good time.
and then the dorms above it.
Yeah. We got so many complaints of being like, oh, you guys are being too loud. We're like, oh, okay. We should
So
probably leave.
did you ever get the dorms above the lodge?
1 year, actually. Once.
Okay.
That was it.
Yeah.
Trash.
I preferred them because you had your bathroom right there. You
Oh,
had
yeah.
your shower right there. Every year that we were supposed to get them, because my church never sent a guy GL
Mhm.
except for like twice.
Yeah.
But like every year we were supposed to get it, the GL that we were put with, we'd be like, oh no, we'll give it up for a different group if they want it, you know? And I was just like mad because then that meant we had to go sleep in the giant cabins and have to deal with all that stuff. And so there was like 1 or 2 years I actually got it.
Yeah.
But every year they'd promise, like we'd get there and they'd be like, oh yeah, we'll throw you guys up in the lodge. We'd move our stuff up there. Then like nah fam, you're going across.
You're being too nice, man.
Yeah.
You're being way too nice.
It wasn't us. It was always like the GLs that we had or whatever
Yeah.
that would be like, oh no, we'll give it up for a different group that wants it, or you know. And I'd be like, no, you don't know the privilege of this. This is your first year here. You don't know.
Right. It reminds me of like, have you ever been to the Kansas camp? No.
No, I never went.
They were like religious about, oh, ladies first when you go to eat.
Yeah.
I mean, religious about it. I remember a couple times going in and like, kind of waiting till the line died down, and then I was just like, okay, cool, like whatever. So I, walk my happy dog in there, and I'm like, cool. And I see all these guys just lined up waiting.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey man, you snooze, you lose. Like, I'm getting dinner. So I walked past them and I got stopped by like 3 dudes being like, no, dude, ladies first. And I was like, what are you talking about? There's no ladies around here. Turn around and there's like two ladies, like, I guess was behind me. I didn't even know. And they were like, no, let the ladies go first. So all throughout the week, I followed it. I was like, whatever. I'm not trying to like rub anybody the wrong way or anything. So I just followed along. But then as the week ended, I remember a couple people. So I was there with like a couple people from our program, Echo.
Yeah.
And I was complaining about this. I just was going on a rant about it. And some of the ladies were like, you know what? This is the final day. Let's go in, and I'm going to let you get dinner before me. I was like, yes, praise the Lord. And so I like, we wait. We're just chilling outside. We're thumbing. We're chilling outside. And I walk in there, guys still waiting. I mean, it had to be like over 20 dudes just waiting for this one girl. And so she walks me in, and she lets me go right in front of her. And I can't tell you how good it felt. Oh, man. So many dudes were pissed at me because of it, but I didn't care. Excuse me.
I get the sentiment behind it, and it's kind of like the Kansas camps are a bit more southern
Sure.
based, Yeah. It's like, isn't it in Missouri or something like that?
I think so. I think it's on like the border of Missouri or something.
Yeah. I don't know.
I haven't been in years.
But like, I don't know. To me, that just feels like, where's the equality in that?
Yeah. I mean, I definitely think like I agree to the point where I'm like, like sure, ladies first.
Yeah.
Being a gentleman.
Yeah.
Definitely. But I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah. I don't
Like,
know.
come on.
Like anytime I've gone like special special treatment and stuff like that, I always felt uncomfortable. Like when we went to Honduras those times, and they would be like, "Oh yeah, here we made you guys food, and now go sit up on the stage and on this corner and eat the food in front of us while we aren't eating yet because we're gonna eat after service or something like that." I was like, man, I feel uncomfortable because them like the people in front of me aren't eating, and I'm so like stuff like that. And I'm assuming most girls would probably say they feel like sometimes uncomfortable of like I don't want like feel singled out because I'm getting this kind of treatment, which whatever. But that's neither here or there.
I'm not a girl, so
Yeah,
I wouldn't know.
I can't say that they all feel like that either. So
I don't know. I just remember it feeling so good and being like, yes, dinner before her. That's not the. I mean, it just felt so good just to kind of blow it up in their face.
yeah.
And mind you, that's kind of mean, so I wouldn't suggest doing that. But
Also, a privilege of being on staff is you could always cut.
that's true. That's
Like,
true.
Anytime I was on staff, I'd either cut or get like food way after everyone else had eaten. I'm running in there and they're like scraping off the food. I'm like, is there food still left? And they're like, we were about to throw the mashed potatoes out, but that's it. And I was like, all right, cool.
Or like the worship team, you're like, I have to get food. I'm on the worship team.
It's great. 10 out of 10. Love it every time.
It's just so ridiculous to me, which, I get because we practice during, I guess, when they eat.
Yeah.
But I just think it's fun.
Yeah, I agree. And sometimes someone would bring you food from the like cafeteria, like just 6 plates or whatever for the whole worship team, which I think that's better because then you don't have to cut in front of everyone and be like, sorry, worship team. You don't come in on your high horse being like, oh, I'm better than you because I was on the worship team. Or,
Here he comes riding on the clouds.
Yeah, yeah. And then like the same kids
player,
are just
Elijah.
with the long hair and only one with long hair headbanging while he's playing worship songs.
That's how you do it, man. That's how camp is done.
Yeah. No, I definitely thought it was nice to always be able to cut because you'd be like, oh, yeah, I know I'm getting pizza tonight because I'm not going to be the kid in the back of the line getting salad.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Salad with pepperonis thrown on top because they ran out of pizza.
I've been that kid.
Yeah, same.
It's a little disappointing.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of camp, let's have a convo about camp love.
All right.
Camp love. You cannot trust camp love. And everyone who's been to church camp, I'm sure, has heard the term camp love. You go to camp, it's a good time. Jesus is there, it's great. You see a girl from a different church you think is really cute, so you're like, I'm going to go talk to her. Camp love.
Camp love.
And then one thing leads to another, and it's just a disaster every time.
Well, here's the thing is what Judah would always tell like the group of guys, he'd be like, listen, you're going to fall in love and then you're going to like talk to each other and then you're going to break up over the year. And then neither one of you are going to want to come to camp next year because you're going to think the other person's going to be here. Which I'm like,
Sound
I get
advice.
that, the person lives like cross country, across the state, wherever, but like also YOLO.
Yes, I was going to say every time.
Every time.
Every single time.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, I've been going since I've been out the womb, basically.
You were born in camp.
And like
much.
every year, there's like 3 girls I fall in love with,
Sure.
talk to for about a week, and then just never see them again.
That's why you got to post more music, though. Shout out to this guy. Real quick, side note. If you haven't heard of Oracle Youth, go check it out.
Or Sons of Valor. We need the streams. Please.
I mean,
I'm making no money off of any of the music I've put out.
yes. My boy needs money.
I need the money.
He needs to pay his bills. And he needs to pay me $400 every month.
Oh my gosh. So this guy, he was trying to figure out like how much we owed for utilities, for electricity, water, and internet, and all that. Insurance.
Still a mystery.
And so he was like typing it all into his computer because he has it all on Excel,
Mhm.
trying
Spreadsheet.
to figure it out.
Got you, man. Keep it all
You know,
organized.
and he's like, all right, so I plugged everything in and you owe $400. I'm like, how does that even work? Because like,
To this day, I still don't know how I got that number.
I think you plugged in the cost of rent in general.
No way.
Yeah.
Because
then
like
if you
rent's
co-
way higher than 400.
Well, because it's about like it would be like about 320, right?
Oh, so maybe I split rent in half too.
Yup.
Oh.
You split rent in half, and then you stacked on everything else, and it was like 450. And I was like, that doesn't make sense, because like it shouldn't be 450 each,
It's like roughly, I think it's like just a little over $100.
Yeah, and I
not
think
that bad.
internet's the most expensive of it all,
Yeah.
because we were paying for a phone that we didn't have, and we were paying for TV that we didn't watch.
Oh yes, everyone who's like older and like have been doing this life thing for a while understands like these big companies, they will try and get you.
Here's the thing, I think they were just like, it'll be cheaper for you if you combine all the
Here's a package.
bundle together, right? And you're
It'll be
like, oh
better.
yeah, that'll be cheaper. But what they didn't tell you is it would have been cheaper if you just did internet. They're
They
like,
also relentlessly heckled me until I got
well,
something. Like I was like, yeah, no. Like I don't want this, I don't want that. And they're like, are you sure? Hang up the phone. They call me back. Are you sure?
yeah,
Hang up 5 times.
yeah,
And
yeah,
these people talking like, oh, you sure? Why do you not need that?
right.
Because I don't.
I mean, like they're probably getting a better pay, or they get paid salary for every
100%.
time they like bonus or something like that every time.
Commission
So
or
I get
whatever.
it. Gotta respect the hustle, but like, who watches like TV anymore? Everyone uses Netflix, Hulu, HBO. They all have the streaming apps.
Yeah, at least everyone our age, I feel like, watches Netflix and Hulu.
Even like older people I know, some of them are like have gotten away with that, and I'm like all for it. Kill the middleman. There's no benefit for having that middleman in there or the gatekeeper of everything.
Yeah.
So it's like get rid of that and then just go to more like open source of like if I want to pay for like Hulu, I'll pay for it. If I want to steal my brother's account for Hulu, not saying I do, I will do that.
If you decide to steal your brother's account.
Allegedly.
If.
There's
But
no proof.
I know this, though, too, for me personally. I'm only 25 years old, just turned 25, and I hate it when people change my technology.
I know.
Send me to a different country. I'll go to this program. Let's go to Germany. Where am I going to stay that night? I don't know. Great. But don't update my phone. I want the iPhone X, and I want to keep that for 5 years.
And to me, I feel like that's kind of hilariously ridiculous because then you're like,
It is.
how do I use a Venmo again? And I'm
I
like,
know.
my guy, just plug in your information. And it's
gosh.
like, it's so simple. Yeah.
Cash App still sucks. I have a vendetta against Cash
I
App.
agree. Cash App's the worst. It
Oh.
just never works out great for me anytime I've tried to use it. And I think it's just like, and I've had it before, even we downloaded it that one time, but it just never worked great for me. It always took long for me to get payments and stuff. Venmo, PayPal, those all work great.
Yeah.
Facebook Pay works great.
The reason I have a vendetta against Venmo, though, is just because, like, I downloaded to pay this one guy, which was a scam, by the way, and Venmo decides to freeze my account. And so, like, I got $1,400 sitting in Venmo that I can't even put back in my bank account.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, like,
It's a lot of money, man.
but did you call right away about it?
I think I waited a day or two.
I think you waited like 2 weeks,
No.
if I remember correctly.
Pretty sure it was a day or two.
Oh, no. It was about 2 weeks before they could unfreeze it. Yeah.
It took them a while to unfreeze it, but when they did, everything was cool and it still works just fine.
Yeah. I mean, Venmo's always worked for me. Facebook Pay's always worked for me.
Mm.
I don't know. I'm probably a bit more up to date with technology stuff than you are, I guess.
No, I'm not. See, the thing is logic, this kind of stuff, EQing, all that, whatever. Like, I'm super down to learn, but when it comes to the phone, I just give me a phone that'll be the same, like, software for a year.
Still use your old,
please.
like, iPhone
my
shuffle?
my classic click wheel.
Yeah.
I bought
Yeah.
a classic click wheel iPod because it is 160 gigs of raw music. That's it. No
Yeah.
Wi-Fi, and the thing lasts me like weeks.
How? Yeah, but like, For one charge, it'll last 2 weeks?
At least 2 weeks.
Okay. I was
Okay.
going to say, I remember them lasting like a day and then they'd die. If that. It'd be like a month after you get it. It's like, all right, it's going to be half a day, going to die. Be on 1% for like 2 hours, but it'll still die, you know?
Well, I bought mine brand new like 3 years ago.
How'd you buy one brand new?
Amazon. I guess they still sell them. I mean, I spent like $400 on it too.
400.
It's ridiculous. And because it was new, it wasn't used.
It's going to be a
but
no from me, dog.
worth every penny to me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Also, big news here. My dubstep playlist has officially reached 2,000 songs.
Hey.
Well, technically 2006. Let me check the number exactly.
2006, good year.
2007.
Okay.
Swag of just dubstep music.
Yeah.
Great.
I mean, like, when's the last time you listened to every 2007 songs, though?
Surprisingly, kind of a lot. Well, here's what I'll do, because I like DJing.
Yeah.
So I have my own DJ board, I have my own software. And so what I'll do is I will take my music, my dubstep playlist, and I will just play song after song,
Okay.
mixing it together. Now, mind you, I won't play every single song because
Yeah. Some are trash. Some are great. Some
yeah, I'd prefer others more than others. But I will just keep going for like 2 hours,
Okay.
just mixing back and forth. And mind you, in about 15 minutes, I could probably mix over 30 songs.
Okay.
But mind you, I only play like
10 seconds of it, 20 seconds,
30 seconds
a
of a
minute
song.
or two. Yeah.
You want to get the meat, the good parts.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like, because like I use Spotify because I'm a young kid.
So I don't know how to work Spotify.
Yeah. Back to the, you don't use technology. I get it. But, you know, to me, I'd rather do that because then I don't have to spend $5, $10 on an album.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm able to listen to just about any band I want, you know, no ads. It's
Yeah.
$5 a month.
Yeah, see, and I wouldn't mind. I mean, I guess I wouldn't mind doing that. But here's the thing: I have to go searching for all the songs. I have to make the playlist, and on my iTunes, I already have the playlist made.
Yeah.
It's like I'm all good. But then there's nothing worse than when you're in your car listening to music, and you get a phone call. That is the worst. Now, mind you, I can go get an iPod Touch, whatever.
Yeah.
Download as much music as I want, but I don't want an iPod Touch for very specific reasons. It's just like a second iPhone to me. I'm like, it's
Yeah.
pointless.
Yeah.
So I just, you don't interrupt my music. If I'm jamming, I'm jamming. And like, if you call, I will voluntarily turn down the music for you. Just answer your phone call, but don't interrupt it.
My problem is most of the time I don't even know I'm getting a call. And then, because my phone's usually on vibrate, and so it won't even cut out the music. And then I'll be like, oh no, I missed like 6 calls from this person. So that doesn't even happen to me, I guess. It just
Nice.
keeps playing through it. And then I'm like, oh, weird. And then I've started putting my phone on like to ring because of that. I kept missing calls from people or texts from people. And so, I'm just like, oh man, I didn't even realize this person was trying to get a hold of me.
Right.
Yeah,
See, that's nice.
I know. I'm just keeping up to date with life.
He's one of them youngsters.
One of them youngsters. I'm a Gen Zer. You're a millennial.
Yeah, I think I fit in the millennial category.
Yeah.
Pretty
I mean,
sure do.
technically, from what I've seen, I could fit into both. Like, I've seen it be like, oh, you're a millennial or you're a Gen Zer. And it really just depends on whatever website you look at or whatever, like, graph. But, yeah, I just fall into whichever one fits me better at the moment.
Right.
So, I'll jump sides.
That's fair. Yeah, I think I'm a millennial because I like not working and being lazy.
Yeah. All right. We're at like 45 minutes.
Yeah, so thanks for joining us. If you did listen to it, great. If you didn't, great.
We don't care either way.
You know, like we're thumbing. We're still chilling. We're vibing out here.
Go find our Venmos. Send us $1 if you listen to this.
Shout out to our sponsor, Owl Trowel. If you ever have too many owls in your driveway, Owl Trowel. Yeah, I want to make it just a short, small series of this, and
We're on season 1.
hopefully
5-episode seasons, allegedly.
I'm in, dude. I'm in. If it's easy to do, why not do it? Do you have any closing remarks?
I got nothing.